Hi, I'm Chris Guld with Geeks On Tour, and this is Fun with Photos.
Hi, I'm Chris Guld.
And I'm Jim, and we're Geeks on Tour.
And learn Google Photos. And in this video, I want to give you a quick tour of all that's possible using Google Photos. We took a little trip to the Keys a couple weeks ago, and I took a bunch of pictures with my Samsung Android phone. Let's take a look. Just open Google Photos, and here are the photos. So we started driving down, and then we parked our little RV, and then we took a glass of wine out to watch a sunset.
Hey, I have some photos too.
Oh, that's right. But you know what? I don't even have to ask him to send them to me because I use a feature called Partner Shared Library in Google Photos. So let me show you how I would go get a photo from Jim's library. It's under the Sharing tab and Jim's photos. So at any time, either of us have the ability to go through a back door, if you will, and see each other's photos. So I can scroll through until I get to where the keys are. This one of our little RV, I think he has a better photo than I do. So I'm looking at his library, but if I tap the save up here, that picture is now in my library. And I'll go back then to my library. And what I'm going to do now is mark favorites. So we started driving. I'll say, yep, I need this one. My favorite photos are either my best ones or the ones that are important for telling the story. So this one helps tell the story. I just tap on the little star there. It becomes a favorite. I like this one showing our tiny RV. That's a favorite. And this one is a favorite. And this one is a favorite. Now, I love the picture of the wine glass in the sunset, but I have 3 of them. So let me see. I think I like that one the best. I'll favorite that one. And I certainly like that one. And then tons of pictures of this gorgeous sunset. I'm just going to pick a couple. I like that one. And that one is the best sunset picture, so I will favorite that. And then I'll end with looking in that direction. And there is the picture from Jim's library. I'm going to favorite that one. Now, to look at my pictures without all this clutter, I will just look at my favorites. That's under Library and Favorites. So now I am just seeing the pictures that I marked as favorite. Now, I want to do some editing. So this picture of the road, I need to zoom in so that you can see that road sign. You tap the Edit button, crop, and now you can tell where we are. Done, and I'll always do an auto, that kind of brightens it up a little, and save. The next picture is this one, and on this one you can hardly see our little RV, but I don't want to zoom in on it. I want to point out what a tiny RV that is. So I'm going to add some text to this picture. You tap on the Edit, and then it's this little squiggle, which is the markup tool. First, I will draw. See, we have 3 tools down here: draw, highlight, and text. First, I'll draw a little arrow, and then I'll type some text. And then you tap Done, and now I can move that text down and size it. And adding text, I need to save a copy. This picture is a beautiful scene, but it's a little blah. So let's see if we can fix it up. Edit. First, I'm going to crop it. Then I want to add a little bit of color. So I tap on the tuning, and there is color. But that didn't do as much as I would like. If I scroll down on that, I have lots more choices. And if I just give that a little more warmth, there, that's the sunset that I remember. And if you long press on it, you can see what the original was, and there's what the new one looks like. And I save. This one is just a little bit dark. If I go into edit and I just make it lighter, that's good, but I don't want to lighten the sunset too much. So instead of making it lighter, I'm going to drill down and I'm just going to say, get rid of some of the shadows. So you see how now I can see Jim more clearly, but the sunset is still properly exposed. And save. Now I want to make a collage. Let's just pick a couple. I definitely want that one in the collage. I select it. I want the wine glass and the RV and the road sign and the beautiful sunset. I tap plus and collage. Boom. I have a nice collage. I think I'll post that on Facebook. Now realize I was doing this while we were still there. So before we even turn in for the night, I have already selected my best pictures, made them look better, put them into a collage, and shared them on Facebook. Just one last thing to show you about how Google Photos works, and that is because it's cloud-based, I can say, gee, I'd rather look at these pictures on a bigger screen like my iPad. And I can open Google Photos and I can go to my favorites. That's under Library and Favorites. And here are those same pictures with the edits. And that is a quick tour of all that you can do with Google Photos and how it's just fun. If you had tried to follow along with those editing samples, you might have noticed that your screen looks different. I'm going to show you how it works now, but the lesson to learn is things are changing all the time in Google Photos. They rarely take a feature away. They often add new features and move things around. So it's up to you to hunt a little. You'll find what you need. So here are those same pictures. It is August 2023, and this is my Samsung Android phone. Everything I'm going to show you works exactly the same on the iPhone, except one, and I'll let you know what that is when I get there. So here's the photo that just needed to be cropped. You still tap Edit, and you'll notice these multicolors. Those are for premium features. I'm not going to use any of those. You see crop right there. It is in a different place, but it still works the same. You just get into crop mode, drag the edges where you want them, and tap Save. You have your choice to save or save a copy. Next is the photo where I want to point to the tiny RV. This is the thing that is different on the Android. Only Android version of Google Photos has this. The way you get to other options is by dragging left and right on this menu. You'll see a menu item for markup. You won't find that on the iPhone. So I have a pen and I draw an arrow and then I go to text and I type fun and done and done. And when you do that, you're forced to save a copy. It won't overwrite your original with those things. Next, edit. And the bottom menu, I want adjustments. When I'm on adjustments, I have all of these adjustments. And what I did to this one was just increased the warmth a bit and maybe some pop. Yeah, that's better. And done and save. Last was the one where Jim was in the shadows. Edit and find adjustments, then find shadows and increase the light in the shadows. Done and save. Lastly, they've added some wonderful new features to collages. So let me make a collage again. Select one picture, long press on it until it's selected. Another one, another one, another one, and one more. So I've selected 5 pictures. I tap the plus and ask for a collage. It starts off pretty much the same, it just makes it. But then watch this. I say I want the picture of our RV to be in the big spot in the middle here. You just touch and hold and drag it and they'll swap places. But I don't like the overall layout. How about this one? You can have different layouts. That one is a lot better, but the wine glass should be in the middle, so I can just drag it over. But let's look at some of these others. The ones with the multicolored, you have to be a Google One subscriber, be paying something to Google. But there are others that don't have that. There's one. And I like that one. So let's say that's the collage I want. I tap save. And now that is another picture in my Google Photos library. So that is a quick tour of Google Photos.